The Christmas Post, morning edition, hot off the press. Come and grab your papers, the Christmas Post.
Well, you're early this morning, hey?
I have to, Hattie. You're my first place to deliver to, and I'm hoping to get done early. I have so much Christmas shopping to do, I hope I get done by noon here.
Well, from the looks of Main Street, you're gonna have plenty of company.
Oh, that's for sure. And you should have a good sales day, too. Everyone looks forward to the Christmas edition of the Home Pro Post.
But I can't sell any papers without my newsies.
Yeah.
Where are those kids?
Wait. They're down the street. They're looking at the candy shop right now. Let me give you a hand here. Hey, newsies! Come on, papers off the shelves. Let's go. Time to sell. That should do it for you, Hattie. Merry Christmas here.
Same to you, hey? All right, there you go. Oh, here you go. Extra, read all about it. Press. Christmas headlines, that's why we shout it. We've got the most Christmas news in the Christmas Post. All right, head on down to 3rd and 4th, maybe over toward Union Station.
Anything can happen on Christmas Eve. Miracles are yours for the asking. The unexpected happens when you believe it may. So anything can happen today. Anything can happen this time of year. Everybody knows it's the season. Anytime or any place you might hear them say that anything can happen today. It's a time when they can see God's promises. Make believers of doubting Thomases. For unto me and unto you, Christmas offers a miracle or two. Anything can happen, anything can happen. 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 All is bright. Noel, 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 Noel. Born is the King of Israel.
Extra, the drinking story. Hot at the press. The Christmas special, a tale of glory. It's news to read, it's news indeed. It's all the news that you'll ever need. All right, good job.
Anything can happen right here, right now. Have a little faith and believe that everything is gonna work out somehow, some way. Yes, anything can happen today. It's a time when angels can appear to us, and the love of God feels so near to us. For once upon a midnight clear, there was good news that everyone should hear, should hear. Anything can happen, anything can happen. Anything can happen, anything can happen. Anything can happen on Christmas Eve. Miracles are yours for the asking. The unexpected happens when you believe it may. So anything can happen. Yes, anything can happen. Anything at all, anything at all, anything at all can happen today.
fa la 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 la.
'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel. Fa la 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 la.
Join the ancient Yuletide
Carol. Fa la 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 la.
Thank you. It seems every Christmas gets a little noisier and busier than the last one, doesn't it? Oh, they're all getting last-minute Christmas gifts and then rushing home to their families. And I hope that they don't miss the miracles just waiting to happen today. Well, take Sam Gillespie here and his caroling group. Actually, that's his entire congregation. Yep, all 6 of them. Last year, their pastor got called to a larger church across the county, and everybody but these 6 left. Sam was the head usher, the first one to arrive and the last one to leave. Everybody just got so used to shaking his hand on the way out the door that, well, he became their pastor, Brother Sam. They're out caroling again today to raise money for their soup kitchen and, frankly, to keep their doors open. They could sure use a miracle or two. And behind them is Herzog's Department Store, the oldest store here in Holmesboro, Indiana. And I should know, because my news hut has been there almost as long as Herzog's. Things sure have changed around Herzog's since Elliot Herzog Jr. took over for his father a few years ago. Folks used to say that, well, nobody had more Christmas spirit than Herzog's. And now, well, this place could use a heap of miracles. And what better time for miracles than Christmas Eve? The time when Jesus came to us as a tiny miracle bundle. And I know there's some of that miracle waiting to rub off on all of us. Just you wait and see. As you were, la. We
Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry
Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Sorry, folks. I almost forgot. These 2 are the 2 you should keep your eyes on this Christmas Eve. That is, if you could get them to stay still long enough. Well, over here is Alice Garfield. She's a 2nd grade teacher, but she's taken a seasonal sales job here at Herzog's to try and make ends meet. It's her 3rd Christmas alone since she lost her husband Frank in action in Okinawa. But Alice doesn't dwell in the past. She just keeps looking up to God and moving forward. And over here is her daughter Katie. Only just at the moment, Alice doesn't know it. She thinks that Katie spends every day at her neighbor's house with her younger brother Scott. But Katie has taken a seasonal sales job too, selling papers for me. And I think these 2 are dead set on a collision course with a miracle. Maybe even today. I guess there's just one way to find out.
Hi, Hattie.
Hi.
Like Radio Skies today, nobody knew it was me. Not even Sergeant Buchanan.
Well, it's a good thing he didn't, because if he did, he might have arrested you for impersonation of a man with very questionable taste. Where'd you find that getup?
In the attic, at my house. Grandma used to hide a bunch of his stuff at my house.
Oh, well, I can see why.
She said that he was starting to cause a lot of accidents.
Well, you're headed for an accident if you're not more careful. I declare, Katie Louise Garfield, if your mother ever finds out that you're sneaking away from Mrs. Schuster and selling papers for me, she'll ground both of us.
Oh, she won't find out. Miss Schuster's in on it. So is my brother. I told him if he snitched that Santa would leave him a stocking full of cut-up words.
Well, for a 4-year-old, that might not be much of a threat.
By the way, it's my last day. Miss Schuster knows I'm doing this until I earn enough money to get my mom that locket. You know, the one that she wants so much. But it's gotta be a surprise.
Oh, she'll be surprised, all right. Let's just get your curls up under this hat.
I'm sure glad you hired girl newsies. All the other newsstands in town only want boys.
Well, I hire both. Just keep these curls, oh boy, up under this hat. There we go.
Okay.
Got it? Oh boy. All right, and remember, no freebies, all right? Last week you gave away more papers than you sold.
Well, some people don't have any money.
They don't have any change, Katie. It's not the same thing. You're just too soft-hearted, just like your mother. Now listen, you'll not make much if you give everything away.
I'll remember.
Bless you, honey. Are you getting a cold?
No, I always sneeze in threes.
Okay.
I think I'm just allergic to Grandpa's code.
Well, that's very understandable. Oof. Oh, no. Put that hanky away. Use your sleeve.
Okay, is that what boys do?
Well, among other things. It might help to say, so's your old man a lot. And spit. Just occasionally. All right? Oh, gracious, I see your mother across the way. All right, here's your bag. All right? And here, hold this up and crouch down. Now go. Merry Christmas, Mrs. Garfield.
Merry Christmas, Hattie, and how are you?
Good, it's good.
Excuse me.
Newsy, just a minute.
The Christmas postman, here, it's free. Oh, yeah.
So's your old man.
Merry Christmas. I think you better start teaching your newsies some manners, Hattie, and also some business sense. You'll never make much by giving things away.
So I hear.
Is that newsie from around here? He seemed familiar.
Well, you might have seen him a couple of times. You look a little confused here. Would you like some hot tea?
Oh, yes, thank you. It's
All
just...
right.
Oh, I don't think I'm ready for today. First, I dumped the insides of my purse all over Main Street, and then, well, I guess I must really be seeing things. I could have swore I saw my father a few moments ago, but that's impossible. He's in Chicago. We won't see him till New Year's.
Oh, now, honey, I wouldn't worry about all of that. It's probably just the hustle and bustle of Christmas Eve. You know what they say. Anything can happen, including a miracle or two.
Oh, I could sure use both of them.
Oh, still short in the cash department?
I took this job on pure commission. Boy, was that a step of faith in the wrong direction.
Well, now, honey, here's the thing about steps of faith. You can only take them one at a time. It'll all work out eventually.
I don't have until eventually, Hattie. I have until 5 o'clock today, and then just like Cinderella, poof, my extra job evaporates and my extra paycheck becomes a pumpkin.
Oh.
And what am I left with? A 1934 Studebaker with a busted carburetor. And 2 kids with empty stockings.
Empty? Well, now, you don't mean that there's...
I don't mean empty. I just mean empty. I can't buy the special gifts. Scotty wants one of those yellow chrome-lined pedal-powered cars from Herzog's, and Katie had her heart set on a bicycle. Except she stopped mentioning it a couple weeks ago after the car died. Now she keeps dropping little hints how she really doesn't need anything and that her room is too crowded as it is. She's something pretty special.
Well, that runs in the family, dear.
Excuse me, ladies. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, Brother Sam. The caroling was beautiful, Brother Sam.
And such enthusiastic participation.
Yes, well, that's one of the advantages when your entire congregation is also your choir. Perfect church attendance at every concert. They just get a little confused when it comes time to applaud.
Well, now, your nativity set is set for a little bit later this afternoon, right?
Yeah, 4 o'clock, I think. It's
Right.
right here. Yeah, Alice, I found this money here over in front of the bus stop. Sergeant Buchanan said it might be yours. He said you had a slight mishap?
Oh, Sergeant Buchanan never was one for filling out accident reports. But keep the money, Brother Sam. Put it in your collection for your soup kitchen.
Are you sure, Alice? I mean, the church is able
Oh,
to...
I'm sure there's many people who need it much more than I, especially today.
Especially today. You will be coming to our Christmas Eve service tonight, won't you? We'll be giving away toys and clothes and food to anyone in need.
Oh, I don't think I'm not quite that destitute. Not yet, anyway, but I'm sure the kids would love it. It's just, I'm not sure how late I'll be working. It's my last day.
Well, we'll be saving a seat for you anyway, which shouldn't be too difficult.
Well, top of the 24th to you.
Sergeant.
Good morning,
Might I
Sergeant.
offer anyone a jelly donut? There's a special flavor today. It's peppermint.
Oh, well, it's nice to see you finally this morning, Sergeant. You and your rations. I was beginning to worry about you.
Oh, I've been out on patrol since early dawn, Mrs. McCree.
Oh,
You might like to stop by the bakery to make sure it's secure before it opens.
of course.
And now I've got the other stores open, and I've got the entire precinct on high alert for looting and riot control. After all, it's Christmas Eve, and anything can happen.
Oh, I keep hearing that. Yeah.
Say, Brother Sam, that was some mighty fine warbling you had there. But could you get your folks to sing Peg O' Me Heart?
It's Christmas, Sergeant.
Well, what about then the wearing of the green?
I'll put in your request. Goodbye, everyone.
Hi, Sam.
Hattie, might I use your phone? I've got to call into headquarters. We've got a couple of undercover men down a manhole at the corner of Central and 43rd. Well, Alice, I saw your dad's in town for the holiday.
My dad? You saw him too?
I never looked better. Oh, aye. Could you have him to stop by sometime this week? Maybe some night for some donuts and a game of canasta.
Okay.
That man can surely dress. Hello, Lieutenant O'Shaughnessy. It's Sergeant Buchanan. Sir, I'm checking to make sure that you handed out the gas mask to the men this morning.
I just don't think I'm ready for today.
Quiet! 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 Now I mean it. I really need you guys' help today. I think my mom's on to me, so I need to trade Main Street for somewhere else. Anywhere else. Volunteers? Thanks, Kelly. You take Main and I'll take Central. And everyone else, if you see my mom coming, give me a secret sign like this. Now, what's my total? Trudy, you're the treasurer. I did not know I needed this much more.
And I can't believe how much more I need to earn in just one day. My kids have such faith in me. I can't let them down.
I've got to give my mom that present. I just have to try harder.
Nobody's trying harder than I am, Hattie, but I just can't get ahead. Fact is, I can barely keep up. Seems I'm always short on money and long on debt. Hard times I remember, but good times I forget. I'm full up with troubles, I'm fresh out of time, and all I've got is one more day to find. A little more Christmas at Christmas time this year, a little less heartache, a little more Christmas cheer, a dream that won't vanish, that dares to last, a little more future, a little less past, believing in Christmas, this Christmas may be tough, when believing in Christmas just may not be enough. So if a little more faith find its way under my Christmas tree, there'll be a little more Christmas this Christmas for me.
See, I've got to come through. My mom deserves it, especially this year. Seems she's always finding worry and losing sleep. Smiles come once a day now, laughter once a week. I know she thinks Christmas isn't short supply, but she's got me and I've got plans to by. A little more Christmas at Christmas time this year. A little less heartache, a little more Christmas cheer. A dream that won't vanish, that dares to last. A little more future, a little less past. Believing in Christmas, this Christmas may be tough. When believing in Christmas just may not be enough. So if a little more faith finds its way under my Christmas tree, there'll be a little more Christmas this Christmas for me. Today I'll find a way to make her dream come true. Just wait and see. Today, tomorrow will change, 'cause I know that she is counting on me for a little more Christmas at Christmas time this year. A little less heartache, a little more Christmas cheer. A dream that won't vanish, that dares to last. A little more future, a little less past. Believing in Christmas, this Christmas may be tough. When believing in Christmas just may not be enough. So if a little more faith find its way under my Christmas tree, there'll be a little more Christmas, a little more Christmas, a little more Christmas this Christmas for me.
All right, step lively, everyone. The store opens in 10 minutes, and we don't want to miss 1 minute of sales today.
It's my sales manager and the sales staff. Oh, look at me, Hattie, a 5 o'clock face, and it's not even 9. I wish I felt ready for today.
You're ready. Just take it one step at a time.
Okay, gang, time to hit the streets. I think I see my first sale heading this way.
And remember, minions, Herzog's means quality. Herzog's means quantity. Herzog's means quiet. Thank you.
Excuse me? The Christmas Post. Just a nickel.
American entrepreneurial enterprise in miniature. Observe staff, the shrewd trade savvy of Maxwell Q. Selden. So, little fellow, what special deal are you prepared to make me so I don't take my nickel to another merchant?
Here, it's free.
Kid, that's not a special deal. That's just stupid.
So's your old man.
Staff, this is not the sales technique we employ here at Herzog's. We make people buy things they never knew they wanted, well, with money they never knew they had. It's a mission of mercy, really.
Good morning, Maxwell. Hi, everybody.
Oh, Mrs. Garfield, late as usual.
Late? I was here before anybody.
Obviously, you forgot about the 8 o'clock sales staff meeting in front of J.C. Penney. We dumped 10 gallons of eggnog at the front entrance. Whoops-a-daisy. Quiet.
Maxwell, you know I can't get anywhere by 8. I can barely get here by 9. I have to walk, remember? My car broke down and I didn't have the money to repair it. I still do. That's why I had to take this second job. I might lose my first job if I can't get it fixed. It's Christmas. I've got a pile of bills and a mortgage.
Yes, Mrs. Garfield. The road of life is just full of bumps now, isn't it? But with or without a car, I expect you to be on time and in line by 9. And even this is your last day with us, and, well, we're gonna miss you, too. If you can't cut the Herzog mustard, well, perhaps you should take an early retirement.
You mean quit? I can't. I have 2 kids that depend on me. Haven't you ever had to depend on anyone, Maxwell?
No, nor have I ever been a dependee. You see, life is a lot simpler when you only have to take care of yourself. It's a very simple number to remember, really. 1.
1? That's all you have? Even on a day like this on Christmas Eve?
Especially on a day like Christmas Eve. Look at this crowd gathering. 1 is all I can keep track of. Now, come along, everyone. We must ready the store. Let's go.
Merry Christmas, Maxwell. May God deliver his richest blessings to you today.
Fine, just as long as they don't come COD. Listen, Brother Sapp.
It's Sam.
Whatever. Look, if you'll just see the bookkeeper, I'm sure she'll make the standard contribution at Christmas as
Oh,
she usually does.
no. I just wanted to check the schedule of events with you today. See, it says here we'll be in front of the store on the even hours, at 43rd and Central on the odd hours, and then at 4 o'clock is our nativity right here. Is that correct?
Look, you can polka with reindeer as far as I'm concerned. Just don't block the flow of customers. And that goes for you too, Miss Associated Press.
Oh, well, Merry Christmas, Maxwell. Would you care for some fruitcake?
Look, I know your games. Just keep those kids and the papers off the store property.
Well, if not fruitcake, how about a cheese ball? Could I cut you?
What?
Some.
First bribes, now threats. I could report you to the Federal Trade Commission, Hattie.
Maxwell Selden, one of these days you're going to figure out how to have a real Christmas. And until then, many happy returns of the season.
American commerce on decline. It's not a pretty sight. Otis, get that door open, and the rest of you shoppers will open in just a few minutes, so please get away from the entrance. Come on, you're like a pack of wild dogs. Get back, please. Get back away from the entrance, please. Oh, these people. Ah, yes. Now, listen here, Father.
Brother.
Whatever. We want some peppy carols today.
Peppy?
Yes, full of zing, plenty of razzmatazz. We want to put people in the mood to lay down the lettuce, not kneel and pray, so stick to the jingle and the fa-la-la departments.
I'm afraid we see Christmas from a slightly different perspective, Mr. Selden. You see it as a season of selling. I see it as a season of receiving.
Well, selling, receiving, what makes the difference as long as they come in the right order?
Well, actually, there's a very big difference. I mean, the only gift that really matters at Christmas time can't be bought. Oh, that's because it's free.
Free. Well, that's a good way to go out of business.
Well, it's a good thing for the world that Jesus didn't share your philosophy.
Well, obviously, Jesus didn't know how to market Christmas.
Maxwell, Jesus is Christmas.
No, I'll tell you what Christmas is. People. People are Christmas. Those people, the American consumer. Gullible fools, all of them. And with all due respect, Reverend, on Christmas Eve, they would rather be shopping in a store, not praying in a church.
Well, you do have one small point. I mean, the people are what the season's about, in a way. All the more reason we'll be out there singing today. There's a lot they need to hear.
But you'll keep things peppy, right?
Well, lots and lots of joy.
Make it modern, very, today.
Well, plenty of news. Good news, as a matter of fact.
Perfect. Maybe you'll steal some of that paper peddler's business. All right, staff. The store looks primed. Everyone, to your posts. Miss Dexter, Miss Garfield, to your posts.
We were just rearranging the jewelry display in the window.
Toys, Mrs. Garfield. Your department is toys.
I remember. Keep your eye on that silver locket, Nadine, the big one. I know I won't have enough to buy it, but I sure miss looking at it.
All right, staff. We have approximately 2 minutes before.
Ahoy! Arriving at 0900 hours off the starboard bow.
Mr. Herzog arrives. He's early. Of all days that he's early. All right, staff. Come on. Let's display the merchandise. Get in line, please. Hurry up. Come along before he gets in the store. Everyone, look happy. No. Too artificial. Look humble. Yes. Oh no, you'll never sell anything. Look aggressive. No, too angry. Too angry. Look religious. Oh, come on, brother Spam.
It's Sam.
Whatever. Look like you want to sell something.
Well, I don't want to sell anything. I just want people to...
Here, receive. Now, everyone, sing.
What do we sing, Maxwell?
I don't care. The first thing that comes to your mind.
What's this?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Herzog. Happy birthday to you.
Not the best choice.
If this is a surprise party, there has been a gross miscalculation. You do have my correct date of birth entered in the captain's log, don't you, Miss Plunkett?
June 17th. An act of Congress couldn't change it.
Well, if anyone thinks today is June 17th, they're in for a rude awakening. Miss Plunkett and I have been down here since dawn, double-checking the inventory, and I expect every one of you to meet your quota and unload your cargo! To your stations! Not that way, Mrs. Garfield! To starboard! To starboard!
Sorry, sir. I mean, aye.
And Mr. Selden, a word, please.
Aye, sir.
Brilliant maneuver, Maxie. That's using the old brain.
At least I've got one.
Double check the inventory. Don't worry, kid. The boss barks at everybody, just like a poodle.
Oh, it's been 2 weeks, Dixie. I still get so confused. I can't keep my bow and stern straight.
It's been 2 years for the rest of us, darling. He was only in the Navy for 5 months during the war, you know. Never saw a day of action. Just sat on a cargo freight in San Diego. I think he's compensating for missed opportunities.
Well, he certainly...
Honey, if things were any tighter around here, we'd all die of asphyxiation. Things are done exactly the way my father did it when he founded Herzog's 42 years ago. That dog don't hunt. Old man Herzog ran a store that put the customer before the almighty dollar, especially at Christmas time. Nobody had more Christmas spirit than Herzog.
What happened?
Herzog Jr.
So let's have no more slip-ups, Captain Selden, or you'll find yourself back in the galley where you started.
The warehouse, sir? You wouldn't.
I would.
You couldn't.
I could. It took us 3 years to put you in charge of sporting goods and 4 years to make you sales manager. It would take just 1 minute to send you back to heaving boxes. So I'd better see some pucks and putters flying off the shelves today. Do I make myself clear?
Well, sir, it wasn't my fault. You see, Mrs. Garfield, she missed the 8 o'clock sales staff meeting this morning, and then she started showing a very aggressive attitude.
I said, do I make myself clear? Good. And the rest of you, I want your sails hoisted and your rudders straight. It's full sails ahead. I especially want all of you to take every opportunity to push these cloth dolls and paddle balls. We're overstocked, and this is our last chance to get rid of them. So no matter what a child thinks he or she wants for Christmas, make them buy these instead.
But, Mr. Herzog, that's not what Christmas is about. Children need to wish for one special present. We all do.
Mrs. Garfield, there is only one thing Christmas is all about. Selling surplus. So move 'em, or you may find yourself being moved right out the door. Any questions?
Oh, yes, actually, yeah.
What do you want?
I have a question.
Who are you?
Father Sapp? I'm Brother Sam. We're from the church 6 blocks
Oh,
over.
yes, the Holy
Just
United
wanted to-
First Tabernacle Family Singers or whatever. Well, sing anything you want, anywhere you want. Just keep things peppy, stay away from the door, and at the end of the day, we get 10% of your take.
10%?
That is the correct figure, isn't it, Miss Plunkett?
Unfortunately.
But Mr. Herzog, why that money is going to clothe and nourish people.
Which is precisely what I'm in business to do as well. Exactly the way my father did when he founded Herzog's 42 years ago. You see, son, I don't run a store. It's a vessel of life, and I'm the commander. And if you don't get on board, well, it's every man for himself. Do I make myself clear?
Aye,
I'm the admiral of retail, and I sail the sea of trade. In my captain's log, I detail every blessed cent I've made. From stem to stern, I know what I learned, and I hourly review it. From fore to aft, it's a thankless task, but someone's got to do it.
And you're the man to do it.
I labor willingly with this philosophy. It's a big heave-ho, for the profits grow when your ship and crew are tough.
Aye, aye.
Give a loud ahoy, for in my employ, the policy is get the green stuff.
It's a loud ahoy for his employ. The policy is get the green stuff.
The green stuff? Your only motive is to make money? Mr. Herzog, you can't do that. Not on Christmas Eve.
Especially on Christmas Eve. Why, it's the biggest sales day of the year. We even have a cash and carry policy. No cash, no carry! Yes, sir. Daddy would be proud. It's a day for cash transactions. Regulations must prevail. And the buyer's satisfaction must not interfere with sales. No refund clause, no fa-la-la-laws. I trust everyone agrees here.
Aye.
No credit woes, no ho-ho-hos. After all, my middle name is Ebenezer.
Your middle name is Ebenezer.
Yes, sir, and proud of it. If Scrooge were here right now, I'm sure he'd take this vow. It's a big heave-ho, for the profits grow when your ship and crew are tough.
Aye, aye.
Give a loud ahoy, for in my employ, the policy is get the green stuff.
It's a loud ahoy for his employ. The policy is get the green stuff.
Mr. Herzog, I know I've only been here a few weeks, but surely you could bend the rules for just one day, especially on Christmas Eve.
Change the rules? Violate regulations? Not on my command. What are you trying to do, Mrs. Garfield? Incite a mutiny?
Of course not.
Then get back on board! Everyone to your posts! Rough seas ahead! When recession winds are blowing and the ship is miles from shore, our employees must keep rowing, everyone must pull his oar. Unless we dock with a whale of a stock and a great big surplus anchor, one day you'll blink and the store will sink. And I'll be the one who sank her.
You'll be the one who sank her.
Oh, cut that out. That day won't come, you see.
If we're all in harmony.
All in harmony. It's a big heave-ho, for the profits grow when your ship and crew are tough. Give a loud ahoy, for in my employ, the policy is get the green stuff. It's a big heave-ho, for the profits grow when your ship and crew are tough. Give a loud ahoy, for in my employ, the policy is get the green stuff. It's a big heave-ho, the profits grow. A loud ahoy, in my employ, the policy will guarantee that we get casts off in 1 minute.
All right, everyone, batten down the merchandise, and I will take the wheel.
Wow, that's reassuring.
Stuff a stocking in it, Dixie.
Well, I better get out of here before the stampede. Oh, sorry, tidal wave. You will come to our nativity this afternoon, won't you?
4 o'clock, right?
As far as I know.
Yes, you better abandon ship now, Brother Shrimp.
Whatever.
What a great day. There's money in the air. I can smell it. Ready? And 5, 4, 3, 2.
Shopping, shopping. Shopping, shopping. Shopping, shopping. Christmas shopping, shopping. Last minute shopping, shopping. Till we drop.
Excuse me, but where's the return department?
Shopping, shopping. We are shopping, shopping. Shopping, shopping. Christmas shopping, shopping. Last minute shopping, shopping. Shop, shop, shop till we drop.
Excuse me, where's the return department?
I am sorry, sir. I'm still new here. I don't know.
5 rows back to the left, behind all the shoppers.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, what's wrong with me, Dixie? It's already 10 and I barely sold a yo-yo.
Have some faith, kid, and push a little.
What do you mean?
Here, I'll show you. Come here.
Shopping, 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 shopping.
Try selling. See what I mean? You gotta try selling.
I guess I'm not so good at selling.
There you go. Let them know you're selling.
Okay, here goes. I'm selling.
Sold.
Excuse me, is this the return department?
Fat chance, buddy. No one returns Maxwell Q Selden merchandise. Now, please, move out of the way. You're blocking the customer's view.
Just a minute there, Maxwell.
And happy holidays, Mr. Consumer. I didn't see you there, sir. It's a very busy morning.
Indeed. What's the total?
Well, the total is, it's a lot.
A lot?
Yes, well, a lot more than the toy department.
We'll see this afternoon, won't we? I'd hate to think my sales captain was outsold by a swabby. Carry on.
I'll show her.
I'll show him.
Shopping, 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 shopping.
The Christmas rush is on again. It's high and overdrive. We've only had a single day. Please say we will survive this.
Bargains, come and get your bargains. Never
Everybody
seen
got a
such
chimney for you.
bargains.
Yes, I feel
Come
so
and
far
buy
from
from me.
shopping.
I'm gonna sell these bargains till we drop.
Excuse me, is this the return department?
No! Nice try, Alice, but your little gimmicks aren't gonna get you anywhere.
Except that pile of sales receipts.
Prepare yourself for an epidemic of buyer's remorse. You're gonna find all of those items back at the return department.
Did you say return department?
No!
All right, kids, the day's half over. How much have you sold?
25 papers.
What, is that it? How about you, Katie?
Only half a bag.
Oh my gracious! Well, that's not enough. Not for a paper like the Christmas Post. Now I've taught all of you to yell from Union Station across the Main Street, right? All right, let's hear it. Selling, selling,
Extra, extra.
selling, selling,
Read all about it.
selling, selling.
Extra, extra.
We are selling, selling,
Gotta shout it.
selling, selling. Get your Christmas Post.
Excuse me, is this the return department?
Well, that depends. What have you got?
Almost time for the nativity, isn't it?
Well, about 4 o'clock if there's anyone to watch us.
Your bucket's empty. Have you considered giving away free tunas?
Oh, it might be sticky, Sergeant. I think we're fine as long as we're singing, singing. We are singing, singing. But no one's listening, listening to our singing, singing. But we'll keep right on singing. We'll sing, sing, sing.
The Christmas rush is on again. There's murder on the beat. 2 minutes and the hours I'm gonna sell these bargains to the top.
The store closes in 5 minutes.
5 minutes? But it's only 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock is when we always close on Christmas Eve.
But you can't.
Herzogs can do anything.
Oh, tough break, Mrs. Garfield.
You want to see something break, Max?
Try me.
Glad.
Mr. Herzog, please.
Attention shoppers, time for your final purchase.
Bargains, comes extra bargains. We always have it. Bargains, extra, extra. I'm gonna sell it. Bargains. Till we drop, drop, drop. Bargains, comes extra bargains. We always have it. Bargains, extra, extra. I'm gonna sell it. Bargains. Until we drop. Until we drop.
Excuse me, but where's the return department?
Thank you very much for shopping at Herzog's department store. We know you had a choice of merchants, and we appreciate your patronage. Now, Merry Christmas, bon voyage, and please vacate the premises by 1600 hours. That's now!
Leaving. We are leaving, leaving. Leaving, leaving. Leaving, leaving. Leave till we're gone.
Oh, forget about it.
Good afternoon, everyone. You may pick up your pay envelopes and your Christmas bonus on your way out, but only 1 salami per employee. We'll see you at 9 sharp on the 26th.
Mr. Herzog, isn't there any way that we could keep the store open for just a little longer, especially when there's an emergency?
And just what might this emergency be, Mrs. Garfield?
Me. I'm the emergency. I took this job on pure commission, and I just about had the money I need to buy my kids their special presents. The yellow car over there and the red bicycle on aisle 10. Oh, Mr. Herzog, I just know 1 more hour is all I need.
Mrs. Garfield, I am sympathetic to your plight, but there is simply no way that Herzog's department store will remain open 1 minute past 4 o'clock on Christmas Eve. We have always closed at 4 o'clock, and we always will. Exactly the way my father did when he founded Herzog's 42 years ago. Case closed.
Sorry, kid. He's got the facts right, but not the story. Old Man Herzog would always close the store at 4 to throw the biggest Christmas party in Holmesboro. Everyone was invited, including all of the people that Brother Sam and his friends are trying to help.
When did we all lose sight of what Christmas is about?
Probably when we all lost sight of who Christmas is about. Come on, there's a salami with your name on it.
Last call! All ashore who's going ashore.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled.
I'm pretty excited about this salami.
Joyful all ye nations rise, join the... Whoops. Oh, hold on a minute, everyone. Alice, what's going on? The store can't be closing.
Well, it can, and it has.
But it's only 4 o'clock.
Herzog's has always closed at 4 o'clock, and it always will. Exactly the way my father did when he founded Herzog's.
Well, I know it has in the past. I just thought that maybe this year would be different. We were scheduled to do our nativity here in front of the store at 4 o'clock.
So go right ahead. We haven't closed the sidewalk.
Well, I mean, what's the point? If there's no one to watch us, I mean, look around. It's almost deserted.
Well, I'm sorry, your box office is down. Perhaps it's your wardrobe. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get home and change into my civvies. I have some last-minute shopping to do.
You mean you don't shop at your own store?
Never. Prices are too high. Besides, we're closed.
Chin up, honey. Remember what tomorrow is.
Yes, Christmas Day, another day for paying the American worker another day's wages for not working. It must be the goodwill toward men clause.
You know what, Maxwell? I bet the only thing under your Christmas tree tomorrow morning is a safe deposit box. I hope you'll be happy together.
A match made in heaven, I assure you.
Of course you'd see that.
Well, looks like the star didn't shine bright enough to get us to Bethlehem this time. We'll have to try again next year. We'll be singing a bit further down the street, Hattie. And we'll still be saving a place for you tonight, Alice.
Thanks, Sam.
Goodbye. God bless.
So much for taking a step of faith, Hattie. Even one step at a time, and I fell flat on my face.
Well, now, I wouldn't call this a fall exactly. Maybe more of a stumble.
Well, call it whatever you like, but the fact remains I've come up short. One more hour, and I would have had the money I needed. Instead, zip. The day started with nothing. Looks like it's gonna end that way, too.
Oh, now, come on. It seems I heard somewhere that faith is the evidence of things not seen.
Well, I sure don't see anything. I don't know how you can get much faith from that.
Honey, you keep operating from the notion that seeing is believing. I think you've got it backward. Believing is seeing. For unto me and unto you, Christmas offers a miracle or two. Anything can happen right here, right now. Have a little faith and believe that everything is gonna work out somehow, some way. 'Cause anything can happen.
Excuse me, do you know why all the doors at Herzog's department store are locked?
I'm afraid we closed at 4 o'clock.
Oh no. Oh, no. This can't be happening.
Why? What's wrong?
I have a present on layaway for my daughter. A dollhouse. You know, the one special present she really wanted. She had such faith in me and I've let her down. I've ruined her Christmas.
Oh, no, I work at Herzog's. I'm not sure how, but I can get you in.
You will, lady, really? Oh, you're a lifesaver.
Herzog may have ruined my Christmas, but I'm not going to let him ruin anyone else's. All I need to do is find a... What's that? The key?
Old man Herzog gave it to me years ago for emergencies. And as I recall, you are an emergency. Now, you don't remember where you got it. And what you do with it is entirely your affair.
Hey, I have the key. I can open the door to Herzog's now.
Herzog's is opening! Oh, the sale's back on! Hurry up, everybody! Herzog's is opening! It's opening!
I was only opening the door for one person.
One more hour and I would have had the money I need.
That's right. That's right. Hurry, shoppers. 1 hour only. Last minute sale.
Shopping. Christmas shopping. Last minute shopping. Shop.
Alice, what's going on here?
Isn't it wonderful, Brother Sam? I believed something would happen, and it did. I'm gonna make the money I need.
Where did you get the key?
Never mind that, but the nativity scene is back on. Bring on the frankincense and hay!
Oh, Gloria and Excelsis Deo, we're on our way.
Oh, I'm right behind
shopping,
you.
shopping, shopping. The Christmas rush is on again. It's high and overdrive. We only have a single day. We pray we will survive this. Shopping, shopping. Shopping, shopping. Shopping, shopping. Christmas shopping, shopping. Last minute shopping, shopping. Shop, shop, shop till we go.
Mrs. Garfield, what is the meaning of this?
Maxwell! Dixie! What are you doing here?
Well, when I saw two men running down the street with a canoe from my department, I knew something was afoot.
A Christmas Eve madness sale? Old man Herzog would have loved this. Count me in. Come on, what do you say, Maxie?
Are you out of
Can
your
somebody
mind?
help me in sporting goods?
I'll be right with you.
Oh, no, you don't. You're trying to earn that extra commission, aren't you? Well, you're not going to do it selling my snorkels and rackets. If you want to play in the big leagues, Garfield, you've got it.
You haven't got a prayer.
That's all you've got.
That's all I need.
Everybody in your corners and come out swinging.
Bargains! Come and get your bargains! Ever seen such bargains? Come and buy from me. I'm gonna sell these bargains till we drop.
Great day in the morning, Brother Sam. What's going on here?
Well, I have no idea. Isn't it wonderful? It's like you said, anything can happen today.
Anything can happen? I knew it. I knew it. Looting and rioting. I'm going to call the boss. I tried to tell him, but surely they didn't listen to me. To no, is there anybody listening, brother? To Sergeant Michael? You gotta know.
What happened?
Oh, Mr. Herzog. It's time to go.
Anything can happen, anything can happen.
You got to come to your store, quick.
Anything can happen, anything can happen.
You're being robbed. It's a riot.
Half-price rackets!
What? Maxwell, what are you doing? My commission, I need that money to buy my kids their Christmas presents. Sir?
That is my doll. You can't take my
Oh,
doll.
okay, you can get up. Come on. Oh, bless your heart.
Dixie, what is happening?
I don't know. Why did he do that?
This is chaos.
Yeah. Ladies, please don't fight.
Oh my.
Nadine, what's going on? Oh, there's the toboggan.
Where's Maxwell?
Run in the store.
Oh, this is all his
Oh,
fault.
be careful, miss. Be careful. Alice, where's Maxwell?
I don't know. I can't find him. And where's Otis?
Otis? Oh, please no. Don't throw the ball in the store.
Oh my goodness. Oh, please don't take the jewelry.
Ladies, no fighting.
Oh, don't wrap the customers. Oh,
Where is Maxwell? This is all his fault.
oh, please be careful.
He's gonna get it.
Oh, ladies, don't.
There you are. Why did you do this? This is all your fault.
It's not my fault.
Stop hiding behind the doll. Fight like a man.
Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 4:45 on Christmas Eve, and may I simply say, for the record, that in the 42 years since my father founded Herzog's department store, nothing has ever been done this way before. And God willing, nothing will ever be done this way again. I demand to know who is responsible for this lawless disregard of policy and tradition?
Me, sir? You can't be looking at me. I tried to stop it. I was the solitary voice of reason in a world gone mad. I even sustained a very cosmetically and damaging bruise on my left shin.
Stick a snorkel in it, Maxwell.
Mr. Herzog, I'm afraid this is my fault, sir. Someone needed a present, a special present, and I guess a lot of other people did too, including me.
I see. Well, Mrs. Garfield, it seems there is nothing left for me to do but fire you.
What?
Mr. Herzog, you can't.
And pray tell, why not?
For one, I mean, it's her last day, and the store closed at 4 o'clock.
That's true, but Mrs. Garfield just reopened the store until 5 o'clock. And since there are still 12 minutes left of her extended employment, it's terminated. What's more, I'll be taking all of her wages thus earned to pay for the damages.
No, you can't do
Mr.
that.
Herzog, if you do that, I may not have a Christmas tomorrow. I may not have it tomorrow, period.
It's a little too late to be thinking about that now, isn't it? Come with me, Sergeant Buchanan. I need to file a report at the precinct offices around the corner. I hope Daddy never has to see this.
Mr. Herzog, wait. Don't you think perhaps you're being a little extreme, sir? I mean, certainly it was Mrs. Garfield's fault, but don't you think everyone deserves a Christmas morning, sir? Don't you think you could just change your policy just this once?
Which question do you want me to answer?
All of them, I guess.
All right. The answers are yes, no, not necessarily, and you're out of your mind! Let's go, Sergeant.
Can I finish me jelly donut first, sir?
Sergeant!
They only have this flavor one day.
Maxwell, you've just got to get Mr. Herzog to reconsider. You have no idea how much is riding on that money for Alice.
Yes, but did you not just hear me try? Look, I am not my brother's keeper, nor my sister's for that matter. Look, we would all be a lot better off if we just took care of ourselves.
I'm sorry everything seems to be a matter of self-interest for you, Maxwell. Even Christmas. Oh, that reminds me. I have the 10% of our take, as Mr. Herzog put it. Afraid it isn't much, but big things always seem to come from it.
Don't worry.
You might want to stop paying attention to price tags. They're not very good indicators of what something's worth.
Buck up, honey. The day's not over yet, and anything can happen.
Oh, no, thank you. I have had quite enough of things happening, and I'm going to quit before I ruin everyone else's Christmas, too.
Oh, Alan, everything you've done today has been for one reason, so that someone else can have a better Christmas. God always honors a giving heart. Sometimes he just takes a little longer than we planned.
I'm sorry, Brother Sam, but I'm out of time, and just about everything else, too. For the last 3 years, all I've done is ask God for more faith, and it seems to me he keeps answering no. Just look at this catastrophe around me.
Well, maybe that's part of the difficulty. It's awfully easy to keep our eyes on our circumstances and not on God.
That's right. And child, that is one recipe for disaster. Why, look at Mary and Joseph, and even the shepherds and the kings. If they had spent all their time focused on their miseries and how impossible their situations were, where do you think they would have ended up? Not in Bethlehem, I can tell you that. Most of the time, they had no idea what God was doing. They didn't even have a map. They just had a star and a promise. I don't think you need more faith, kid. I think you need to start acting on it. Nobody ever got to Bethlehem without a little forward motion. No more steps of faith, kid. I think it's time to take the leap. What do you say? Are you ready? Don't give up. Don't give in. When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in. Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you.
in.
When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in.
So let your faith kick
Well,
in.
the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you.
Night and day He's telling you to keep the faith.
Remember when the king threw Daniel in the lion's cage without a single means of self-defense? But Danny had a simple faith that calmed the lion's rage, so breakfast didn't come at his expense. When morning came, the king was sure that Danny Boy was gone. But there Dan sat with all those cats. His faith had made him strong. So don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give
Don't give in.
Oh, when the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in.
So let your faith kick
Well,
in.
the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you.
Night and day He's telling you to keep the faith.
Remember the disciples sailing on the stormy sea. The boat was tossed and they began to swim. But Jesus strode across the waves and called out, "Come to me." And boldly Peter gambled, getting wet. The mighty faith of Simon Peter suddenly shrunk. 'Cause when you take your eyes off the prize, honey child, you're sunk. So don't give up,
Don't give up.
don't give
Don't give in.
When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in.
So let your faith kick
Oh,
in.
the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you.
Night and day He's telling you to keep the faith. Keep the faith.
When Daniel faced the lions, he had faith.
He had faith.
So when you don't feel like trying, keep the faith.
Keep the faith.
When Peter walked on water, he had faith.
He had faith.
So when the going's tough, you gotta keep the faith.
Keep the faith.
When your days are full of doubting, you need faith.
You need faith.
So sister, keep on shouting, keep the faith.
Keep the faith.
The power that defeats the grave, the power God Almighty gave.
There's a power that will save you from this mess. From this snare. If you have faith.
So don't give up.
Don't give up. No, no, no. Don't give in.
When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in.
So let your faith kick
The
in.
Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you.
Night and day He's telling you to keep the faith.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. No, no, no. Don't give in.
When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in.
So let your faith kick in.
The Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you.
Night and day He's telling you to keep the faith.
Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you.
Night and day He's telling you to keep the faith.
Keep the faith.
Oh, dear.
Mrs. Garfield, what are you still doing on store property? I believe I made it perfectly clear that your employment with us ended exactly 4 minutes ago. So what are you doing sitting on the floor?
Well, Mr. Herzog, there's something you should know.
Come on, you can do
All
it.
right, Alice, go on.
Mr. Herzog, there's something you should know
And what's that?
about how you run the store and your policies and Christmas. It's about more than regulations and cash transactions and salamis.
Right.
And If you don't take a step of faith every once in a while, you'll never get to Bethlehem. And I think there's such a thing as running too tight a ship.
Oh, yes.
Mrs. Garfield, what are you talking about?
Your ship's too tight, sir!
Right.
What is she
Well
saying,
done,
Miss
Alice.
Plunkett?
Just what everyone's saying.
And what is everyone saying?
Oh, Mr. Herzog, what a simply wonderful idea to have a Christmas Eve madness sale. Such excitement, such savings. It was just like the old days at Herzog's.
I'll say, it's no secret I don't like shopping at Herzog's. But when Ned and I got to steal the deal on a toboggan, Mr. Herzog, you got a shopper for life.
Why, thank you, I think.
Well, it sure is nice to patronize a store that puts us customers before the almighty dollar.
You're right.
You can say that again, sister. Say, will there be a madness sale on the 26th by chance?
I'm not sure.
Would you consider
I mean,
it?
that is to say, the policy hasn't been established yet.
The policy?
Just a moment, please. Maxwell, what's going on?
I'm not sure, sir. I don't know.
Brother Sam, what's going on?
Sometimes God takes a little longer than we planned.
Shoppers, I apologize for the earlier confusion of the afternoon, but concerning the so-called Herzog's Christmas Eve madness sale, there's nothing more to say. Daddy?
There's my old friend.
Hello, Elliot.
Before you say a word,
You
I
don't have to. I've heard the whole story from half of Holmesboro.
Really?
My phone hasn't stopped ringing for 1 full hour. Old customers, new customers, the boys down at the 47th precinct, and all they can talk about is this Christmas Eve madness sale. You have turned this town and this store upside down, and I have only one thing to say about it.
I've weathered many a storm and gale, sir. Fire away.
Brilliant sales strategy, son! Brilliant! I know I told you I would interfere when you took the store over 5 years ago, but I just had to come down here and say, tally forth, shipshape.
Oh, I'm surprised. I mean, it should come as no surprise that I would institute a marketing campaign that would so capture the spirit of the season. I met some resistance at first, but I alone stood firm, insisting that regulation not stand in the way of making everyone's Christmas
It was not your idea.
wish come. Actually, there was one person who offered a little assistance. Dixie Plunkett, my faithful bookkeeper, was right there from the beginning. And Brother Scam and the Holy Shouters Band helped keep the atmosphere. Well, really, it was more of a group effort. Every customer contributed to the overall...
Tell the truth.
Oh, all right. It was Alice Garfield's idea.
Congratulations, my dear. Whatever gave you the inspiration?
I was just trying to help someone get a special present.
Well, that's what this store has been about for 42 years. I'm sure you're proud to have her on your payroll. Wouldn't you agree, Elliot?
Yes, sir.
Does that mean I get to keep my 2 weeks of salary?
Of course you may, my dear. As a matter of fact, we'd love to have you back next week for our after-Christmas sales. Do you have any brainstorms for the 26th?
The 26th, that'll be too late. I need the money now. Wait, yes, Mr. Herzog, I do have a brainstorm.
What are you talking about?
We could have a special sale now. After all, it's not quite 5 o'clock, and we haven't moved very many of the dolls and paddle balls. We could offer them at a special price.
We already tried half pricing them.
Not half price, let's double the price. Half the proceeds can go to help Brother Sam's soup kitchen, and all of the toys can be given to the needy families at his church's service tonight.
That is the most irresponsible, addle-brained, unprecedented...
And I love it!
And I love it.
Carry on, my dear. I know that Christmas Eve is in good hands. I must run because I have an appointment at the Christmas tree with my grandchildren. 15 minutes, Elliot. So do you. Don't forget. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's a note from Amanda. Make sure that you get an angel for the top of the Christmas tree. Now, don't disappoint my favorite granddaughter. She has a lot of faith in you. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Herzog.
Bye, Daddy. 10 minutes. We have 10 minutes to sell our entire stock of dolls and paddles. Where's my sales force? Maxwell, Otis, Patsy, Nadine, Dixie. Dixie, surely you can help.
In your dreams. We're all officially off duty. Looks like you've only got one salesperson left.
I do have 10 minutes left of my extended employment.
One salesperson? For all this?
Yep. And remember, she's on commission.
6 blocks off Central. I was going to start in 30 minutes. Just follow my congregation.
A Christmas Eve Madness sale. Double the price, give it away, spread some hope for Christmas Day. So don't give up.
Don't give up,
Don't give in.
don't give in.
When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in. Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you. Night and day He's telling you to keep the faith. So don't give up.
Don't give up,
Don't give in.
don't give in.
When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in.
So let your faith kick in.
Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you.
Night and day He's telling you to keep the faith.
Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you.
Night and day He's telling you to
Keep the faith, keep the faith.
Oh, Dixie, have you ever seen so much
Green stuff?
Yeah, green stuff.
Goodbye, green stuff.
And it's certainly gratifying to know that most of this green stuff is going toward Brother Sam's soup kitchen and your commission. Boss, after we give Alice her full commission, I say we use the rest of the proceeds to fix the damages to this captain's log.
But the captain's log isn't damaged.
Oh, well, we can fix that. Great day in the morning. How did this peppermint jelly donut get in accounts receivable? Whoopsie daisy. We also need to take a look at this captain's whistle.
But that's damaged too.
Take a closer look.
Oh, I think I see what you mean.
Oh, you were right, Brother Sam. If you stay focused on your problems, you never see past them, even when God is there all the time.
You know, it's a good thing He's so willing to wait for us. If you'll excuse me, Alice. Maxwell?
Yes.
You all right? Seem awfully quiet.
I just came out to get some fresh air.
Certainly was quite a sale, huh?
I still can't get over people paying double the price for something they didn't even want and then giving it away. I don't know. They are, well...
They're gullible fools?
That's not what I said this time. Look, Sam, what I said earlier today, some of the things that I said, well, I guess all of the things that I said, what I really want to say, Sam, is that, well...
Merry Christmas, Maxwell. That's all you need to say. Don't worry about it. So, you gonna head home for Christmas?
Well, I'm not going to spend the night out here in this icebox, that's for sure.
No, I meant, are you gonna spend the holidays with your family?
Oh, my family? No, my family have moved on.
I'm sorry.
Yes, the Depression killed my parents. First Dad and then Mom. Watching your parents work themselves into an early grave tends to color your perspective. I promised 5 years ago that I would never have to depend on anyone ever again, and that I would never be poor again. well, so far, I haven't.
Were the times you spent with your mom and dad happy?
Well, always.
Well, then you weren't poor.
What are you talking about? We were one step away from being destitute, especially at Christmas time.
I'll tell you what colors my perspective, especially at Christmas. At the center of our most expensive holiday is a baby. Wrapped in rags, homeless, well, destitute. Sometimes I think he came that way so the rest of us would listen to him. Especially when he talked about what would bring real success in this life. Like when he'd say, what good will it do you to gain the whole world, but lose your soul?
Well, we were never in any danger of gaining the whole world. And when it was just Mom and me, sometimes she would have to take a second job at Christmas time just so that we would have a Christmas. So that as a little boy, I would have that one special gift under the tree. And you know, Sam, I always did.
You're welcome to spend tomorrow with me and my family. Christmas is a lousy time to be alone.
According to who?
Well, God for one. I mean, that's kind of how this all got started. And God saw that we weren't doing too well on our own, so he decided that we needed some help. So he became one of us. He even took a name that means just that. Emmanuel, God with us.
Well, Sam, I mean, that's fine if you live in a world filled with nativity sets and Christmas cards, but in my world, people leave and people die. And you'd better learn to depend on yourself.
People are always going to let you down. And we're all going to die. Those are pretty certain. But I'm also certain that Jesus came to take care of both those issues.
What, with a manger?
No, not with a manger. Christmas was only the beginning. Start at the manger, at the child in the hay, the gift of our Father in heaven, the price he would pay to save all his children, no matter the cost. Start at the manger, to the cross. Imagine that you own the wealth of the world, all of its silver and gold. What good will it do when tomorrow arrives and your heart is empty and cold? Start at the manger, where redemption began, when Jesus stepped down from his throne to die as a man. All of our riches, we will count them as loss if we start at the manger, then go to the cross. Start at the manger, then go to the cross. The invitation for tomorrow still stands. If you're not doing anything tonight, maybe you could come to our Christmas Eve service.
Oh, Sam, you're going to have a packed house tonight. One more is not going to make any difference.
One more makes all the difference. Well, I better be good. You have a Merry Christmas, Hattie McGee.
Same to you, Sam. You better hurry. You've got a church full of people waiting for you.
I guess I do, huh? Better go before they change their mind.
Sam, before you go, here's the 10% back. Put it in the original offering. That's where it belongs.
I wish you'd bring it yourself.
Maybe next year.
All right. Well, 6 blocks off Central if you change your mind. Merry Christmas. Whoa! Nearly ran you over there. there, little lady.
I'm sorry, Brother Sam. I have to get to Hattie's right away. It's almost 5, and Herzog's is gonna close.
I wouldn't worry too much about that. That store's having trouble staying closed today. Listen, you give your mom the best Christmas of her life tomorrow, you hear?
Okay, I will. Bye, Sam.
Maxwell,
Oh, yes.
here's a little something from me to you.
Really? What is it?
It's a cheese ball without the knife.
Oh, well, thank you, I think.
You can have some now, or you could take it to the church service 6 blocks off Central, in case you forgot.
I didn't forget, Hattie. In fact, I have an engagement.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas, Maxwell.
Merry Christmas.
Hattie, I sold every one of my papers, and no freebies. Well, maybe just a couple. But I think I have enough money. I just have to have enough money.
All right, well, let's count it up and see.
Aren't you through counting yet, Dixie? I've just gotta have the right amount of money.
I'm counting, darling. I'm counting. Don't you see the smoke rising from my fingers?
Well, ladies, I leave you to drop anchor and lock up. We'll see you, Miss Plunkett, and you, Mrs. Garfield, on the 26th. Daddy says he'll be stopping by to see what new brainstorms are brewing.
I'll be there. So will my brain.
That's what I was afraid of. Well, good night, ladies, and good work, Mrs. Garfield.
Really?
For a swabby, you can really pull an oar. Carry on.
Okay, let's keep counting.
All right.
Hattie, that can't be the right amount. Add it up again.
Well, all right, but I've already counted it twice.
Oh, bother! I forgot Amanda's angel for the tree. Where am I going to find an angel at this time of...
Oh, Hattie, it's beautiful.
Remarkable. I've never seen Christmas ornaments at this newsstand before, Mrs. McGee.
Well, there's probably quite a few things you've missed over the years, Mr. Herzog.
I'm finding that out. So, how much for the angel?
How much do you need?
$1.83.
$1.83.
That's an odd price.
Well, let's make it an even $2. That's very normal.
Well, all right. It is a beautiful angel. I'm lucky I found one.
You know, they're everywhere tonight. Here's a little something from me to you.
Your window wreath. Why, thank you, Mrs. McGee.
Well, I know how much you like the green stuff. Now, you better hurry home. You've got a tree and a very anxious 5-year-old waiting for that angel.
You're right. Merry Christmas, ladies.
Hattie, I finally have $2 whole. I've got more than enough.
Yes, you do. I'll go get your pay envelope.
That's quite a sales technique you have there, kiddo. Maybe I should take some lessons.
Oh, hi again, mister. I'm sorry for throwing that paper at you. I was kind of in a hurry.
That's okay, Katie. So was I. Listen, could I ask you a question? You don't believe that angels are real, do you?
Of course, I know they're real. Heaven, too.
Well, how do you know?
I don't know. I just know.
But you can't see them, can you?
No, but I can't see one either, and I know that's real.
Yes, but you can see what wind does to trees and leaves and other people.
Yeah, and I guess that's how I know that God and angels are real. What happens to people today, you know, like today?
Yes, like today.
My mom calls it faith. I call it like I see it.
But you can't see it.
Oh, I'll see God and angels one day, but not until I die. My daddy will be there, and my grandmother's, and Jesus too. My mom says it'll be better than 1,000,000 Christmases.
Katie, after all that you and your mom have lost, and you still have such faith, why can't I seem to find this faith that you have?
It's a free gift from God. You just have to believe.
Katie, here's your pay envelope, honey. And you better hurry if you want to buy anything more today.
Okay, I will. Bye, mister. Merry Christmas.
Goodbye. Merry Christmas.
Bye, Katie.
Bye.
Maxwell?
Yes.
You know what hour it's getting to be?
Oh, the hour. Yes, Hattie, I have an engagement. Now, Was that 5 blocks off Central?
6 blocks. Well, didn't I tell you there were a couple of miracles in the air today? One right around the corner, and the other one 6 blocks off Central. Yep. That first Christmas Eve miracle is rubbing off on all of us. Godspeed, Maxwell Selden. I think you're going to have a real Christmas after all.
Oh, I can't believe I'm still short.
One more sale would do it. Why don't I just loan you the money?
No, I've come this far. I can't abandon ship now.
Abandon? Alice, you're really starting to scare me.
Just count this one more time.
Hello.
Excuse me, but is it too late to buy something?
Not so far. How about you check with our sales staff?
Where are they?
Right over here, counting.
Excuse me, but I'd like to...
Yes, can I?
I'd like to buy that locket over there in that window.
Oh, honey, you don't need to spend your money on that.
One more sale would do it. The store closes in 1 minute.
What locket would you like, miss?
I'd like that one right there. The one that's big enough to hold this picture of my daddy in it.
Sold. Oh. Thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
It's beautiful.
And here's your commission. Your full commission.
And I'd like to buy those items on layaway.
Sold.
Wait, the yellow car. The one that Scotty wanted so much. I thought you couldn't afford it.
Well, I found a little something under my Christmas tree I thought I was missing.
What's that?
A little extra faith. That's not the only thing.
What's that? What?
You gotta see for yourself.
My red bike! The one I wanted so much! With the basket on the handlebars? Boy, just wait until Trudy and Janet find out about this. Will I be able to ride it to school? Will I be able to deliver papers on it?
You know what? There's still a lot of ice and snow on the road, so you need to be very careful.
Go on, let's see it burn
I
some
knew I
rubber.
could do this.
Oh, honey,
But I'd
I'll
be
see
too-
you at home.
Maybe she'll take you to work on that thing.
Dixie, don't encourage her.
You did it, kid. I knew you could. I think you were the last to know.
I knew he could do it.
I think that's everything. You ready?
In a minute. You go on. I'll lock up. I do have a key, you know.
You do. Have a Merry Christmas.
You too, Dixie.
Thank you, everyone. If you'll just be seated for just a moment, if you'll let this mean guy talk for just a second. We're so thankful that you've come this morning to be with us. It's been a great weekend. And we also know that for some, this season presents challenges, and sometimes in our losses and in our challenges of our life, it's sometimes difficult to find joy in this season. On December 21st, we're going to have a service here at 7 o'clock called a Blue Christmas service for those who may have experienced loss recently, that just want to gather around the truth of some good news and to gather with those who may be experiencing the same challenges. But we come today to really come with good news today. The good news is that God did for us something that we could never on our own do for ourselves. He sent his son Jesus Christ into our world. You see, God created us to be in a loving relationship with him and with each other and with our world and with ourselves. And yet we know, we don't have to look very far to know that those relationships are desperately broken. But Jesus came into our world to fix the brokenness, to bring peace. And he did that by living a perfect life that you and I can't live, by dying a death on a cross, by taking on the consequences of humanity's rebellion against God. And he did that by taking all of the things that condemn us and cause us to perish upon himself on the cross. And then on the third day, he rose from the dead. And now, even this morning, he's here to offer an invitation to you. You see, you may be familiar with the verse, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever would believe in him would not perish but have everlasting life." We may not be so familiar with the next things that Jesus said. He said, "I didn't come into the world to condemn the world, but through me, through Jesus, that the world might be saved." So today, we have good news that Jesus has come to save us from all the things that cause us to perish, for all the things that cause us condemnation. And he did that for you and for me because he loves you. He loves you. He extends an offer of grace to you today. And so we would just say to you, if you have never received Jesus' invitation to put your faith and your trust in him, you see, the invitation is turn away from all of the things that we try to do to live our lives apart from God, and in turn, trust him, put our faith in him. You see, the reality is that all of us are leaning our life against something. Someone, people, possessions, pursuit, pleasures. All of us are leaning our life in some direction. And Jesus says to us, all of those things are never going to last. So lean your life, put your faith and trust in Jesus today. This is the good news of all good news. So we're thankful today. I'm going to pray a prayer today, and if you're here today, and maybe it's been a long time that maybe you've connected with God, and maybe today would be a moment to draw one step closer to Jesus. Maybe you need that life. Maybe you need rescue. Maybe you need to invite Jesus into your life, perhaps for the first time, and maybe for some, it's inviting him into your grief, into your pain, into your joys, into your challenges. So as I pray, maybe you could pray your own prayer with me. Would you? Father, thank you for these moments we've shared together this morning in conveying a message that we believe with our whole heart. Because we've recognized, Lord, that the places in which we sometimes put our faith and trust, that we put the full weight of our life on, eventually those things give way, and we are without hope, and we are without a way of living. And so, God, we thank you for giving us your way, your truth, your life in your Son, Jesus. So, Father, I pray, may we continue to accept this invitation of grace. May we who know this good news, may we remind ourselves of it today. May we live by it. Thank you, God, for these who've come. I pray your blessings on them and their families this Christmas season. We ask this all in your name. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Well, we want to say before you go, we would extend an invitation for you to celebrate with us a little bit. Those who made this musical possible, all of the people who built the sets, all the people who did all of our tech team, and all of them, that make us be able to be heard, and all of them that did the costumes and all of that. Would you just say thank you to them today? Thank you. And we also want to say a special thank you to our directors, our assistant director, Terry Atkins, and our director, Rhonda Stenzinger, today. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And now we have another show in 17 minutes. You know what that means, don't you, Mr. Herzog?
Please vacate the premises right now.
Merry Christmas, everybody.